In the last segment, we discussed how a child with specific learning disability who has difficulties in expressive writing was helped using various strategies to write a paragraph. In this segment, we are going to teach our child how to edit his or her own work. The child is encouraged to ensure the correctness of content, to use the correct punctuation, to check for the spellings, and finally, the writing has to be legible when it is being presented to somebody. We can make it interesting for our children by telling them about a policeman or a cops who is going to take care of us in our difficult times. Similarly, there is a policeman or a cops who is going to take care of us when we are writing. C stands for capital, O for omission, P for punctuation, and S for spelling. Let us take few examples now to understand how this COPS is going to help us in editing our work. Now, children with specific learning disability have difficulties in writing proper nouns which need to be in capital. As it is written here, New Delhi, the N is written as a small letter. So, the COPS come in and the child edits the work. Next, when the child is copying from the board or when the child is going to write a dictation, the child might have missed out on words. So, the cops come in and they encourage the child to look in for the missing words which they have omitted. So, in this example, I eating, the child has self edited the work and it has become I am eating. When the children copy from the board or when they are writing in their notebook, they need to know the sentence starts with a capital and it needs to have a full stop. Most of the children miss out on punctuations. The example given here, Ram is sitting, has started with the capital, but the ending punctuation of a full stop is missing. The cops come in and the child is motivated to self correct the work. Finally, we are talking about the cops who is going to come and help our child to edit his or her own spellings, because spellings are a very severe difficulty for children with specific learning disability. Here, the example given is friend. The spelling is wrong. The cops encourage the child to check the work and write the correct spelling. Now, to motivate the children to use this cops, I have done something in my class. I have taken the picture of a policeman and I have stuck it at the corner of the board. When my child makes a mistake, I motivate the child and show the policeman to the child, and the child is encouraged to self edit his or her own work. Now, let us take this example and using the methodology of COPS, edit the sentence. The sentence given here is, my friend lives Chennai. The cops come in and he says the sentence is not started with the capital and the proper noun has also not started with the capital. So, my child makes the changes and writes my friend lives in Chennai, where the sentence starts with a capital and Chennai too is in capital. This child is encouraged to read the sentence again. My friend lives Chennai. The cops come in and the child understands that he has omitted a word. So, the sentence becomes my friend lives in Chennai. The next, the sentence has started with the proper capital but has not had the end punctuation. The cops come in and the child puts in the correct punctuation at the end. Finally, the child is encouraged to look for the spelling mistakes. The child finds a spelling mistake wherein the cop comes and reminds him that he has made a mistake and the child writes the correct spelling. So, finally, my edited sentence would look like, my friend lives in Chennai. This is the way children need to be motivated and encouraged to self edit their work. Editing is a very important skill which needs to be developed among children. Children with specific learning disability have severe difficulties, and using this methodology of COPS, they should be encouraged and taught to self-edit their work. The strategies discussed here not only helps the child with specific learning disability to improve on the mechanical aspects of writing, but also encourages the child to improve his expressive skills. These are some of the methodologies which can be used to help children. Using your creativity, you can adapt these methodologies to suit your classroom requirements. Thank you.